What's going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy, the host with the moist, God's favorite host, Byron Dixon, host of the Flex Zone podcast, the only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. And I'm back again with another WWE Premium Live event preview. See what I did there? Still call them pay-per-views, but they're now known as Premium Live events. So one of the big four or big five now, the Royal Rumble is a little over 24 hours away. I'm here to talk about it, give you my previews and predictions. You already know the vibes. If you've been here before, deflexzone1 at gmail.com, deflexzone1 on all social media platforms. Smash that bell, hit that subscribe button, like this video, helps us out. We appreciate you. And of course, if you want to be part of this experience, you can always DM us, comment down below, deflexzone1 at gmail.com. Let me know your thoughts, predictions, spoilers, any type of surprises we may see tomorrow night, Saturday premium live event from St. Louis. I'm going to get straight into it. Overall, with the Royal Rumble, it has been things I've liked and things I don't like. And I'll start with the things I don't like. I'll say I do not like how they're announcing, especially for the Women's Rumble, basically most of the field. While we are getting a lot of nostalgic or Divas eras acts, I would have rather been surprised watching the Royal Rumble live and seeing some of these individuals like a Lita, like a Summer Rae, like a Michelle McCool, for instance, come out and be big pops or big surprises for the WWE Universe. Hell, the Mickey James Forbidden Door whole spiel, some of those individuals to see how the reaction would have been live without us knowing about it. I get maybe a tease here and there or an announcement to kind of up the ante, but I do think that could have been something they saved for the actual show. The men's match has a little bit more intrigue, which I'll get into a little later, where it's a lot of mystery to it because the women don't have 30 women, and we'll see if they use NXT talent. They don't apparently want to use them, but they may have to, especially with this whole COVID thing. And the men with a lot of open spots. Do we see some surprise entries? And I'll get into that as well. I put it in order of how I think the show will go. Don't forget we got two Rumble matches, which at least go an hour, so that's 2 hours right there. And then the other matches in between will probably fill in another hour and a half to 2 hours. So we're looking at about a 4 hour show, which is typical for these premium live events, especially one of the magnitude of the Royal Rumble. But the Women's Royal Rumble, as I mentioned, you got Mickey James, the Impact's knockout champion. Don't know how that's going to work. I don't think she's going to last too long. You got Lita, you got Summer Rae, you got Michelle McCool, you got Bianca Belair, of course. I think Alexa Bliss returns to the Rumble. You have Charlotte Flair in the Rumble, obviously. Sasha Banks is hurt. I don't expect to see her. I don't expect Bayley to be back yet. Apparently, I think she won't be back until March. I do think we see a returning Asuka. There's rumors of Kairi Sane as well. So we'll see what happens with the filling out of this women's roster. I personally love that the women do have a Royal Rumble now, but I think that they have released so many women and superstars in general and have not built up other stars and individuals to actually be believable in this rumble of who could possibly win it. And now with the rumors this past week of Ronda Rousey potentially being in the Royal Rumble, there's no way she's not going to win this Women's Royal Rumble. She's in it. And all my indications, all my inklings of what I feel and what I've heard seems like she's going to be in St. Louis for the Royal Rumble. She's going to come back, probably be one of the last 4 or 5 people entering. Big pop, win the Royal Rumble, going to face Becky Lynch, one of the night's main events for WrestleMania and the 2 night event in Texas at Jerry World. So let me give you my final four before I give you my winner. I do think we'll see Charlotte Flair. I do think we'll see Lita. I do think we'll see Bianca Belair. And I think we'll see, of course, Ronda Rousey returning, probably coming in at number 30, maybe the last entrant. And I could see a situation where those are the final four women. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a mix of that, maybe an Alexa Bliss or an Asuka thrown in there. You could say those are the final six. So Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, Lita. Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. I think it comes down to Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, a little bit of their revisionist history, and we see Ronda Rousey eliminate Charlotte Flair, point at the WrestleMania sign, and go on to eventually choose Becky Lynch to face. And the pair she's slated for Raw as well as her makeup team and designers will be there on Monday as well in the area. So we'll see what happens. My pick is Ronda Rousey eliminating Charlotte Flair. But remember, we'll have a little bit of Lita, some maybe some Asuka, some Charlotte, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss. Maybe even you want to throw in Liv Morgan as well. Rhea Ripley, we'll see. But I think those are the final four. And I think Ronda Rousey eliminated Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship match. We'll get a WrestleMania, her and Becky Lynch. The match they wanted for so long and that they're sacrificing their entire division for. And do I care about that match? I don't know. We'll see how they build it up. Maybe that's the only person they have that'll actually beat Becky. So we'll see how it plays out the next few months. But Ronda Rousey will win the Women's Royal Rumble. And then I think we'll get the mixed tag match that we've been rumored to see. Gladly, we're not getting at WrestleMania. Hopefully not, because Edge needs to move on to bigger and better. We got the great couple of Edge and Beth Phoenix against the it couple of the Miz and Maurice. So I think it's pretty simple. I don't think you bring Beth Phoenix back. I don't think you tag her with Edge for the first time ever, especially in a major match, to have them lose to the Miz and Maurice. I think the Miz and Maurice have done a hell of a job getting heel heat. The Miz doing what he does, Maurice doing a pretty good job as a heel. She hasn't been in the ring in years, so I'm intrigued to see how she moves in the ring with Beth Phoenix, how their chemistry is. Former Divas champion, I think two times is Maurice, but I have not really watched any of her work personally, and I don't remember any of her work, so I don't know if that's good or bad. But she has a good chance to make a good reintroduction of herself and possibly be used moving forward in the women's division sporadically if she does decently. And I think Beth Phoenix will make her look good. I think Beth Phoenix and Maurice are going to put a lot into this match to make sure that they hold up their end of the bargain because we know Edge and Miz, I think, are going to do solid. The match that they won didn't deliver, but we knew Beth was coming in. So I think this is a situation where Edge doesn't take a pin. You need him to look strong going into WrestleMania. Miz just took a pin. I don't think you have, excuse me, have him take another pin. I don't think Beth Phoenix can take a pin at WWE Hall of Famer. So I think it comes down to Beth Phoenix with a glam slam pinning Maurice for the 1, 2, 3. The grit couple beat the it couple Edge and Beth Phoenix with the pinfall over Maurice beat the Miz and Maurice and the grit couple walk away winners and are happy the crowd is. So, next match, Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. Never thought I would see this match for the Raw Women's Championship. They turned Doudrop heel. I don't really know if that means they have much faith in her. I would have more faith in them just changing her name back to Piper Nevin. Let her be who she was in NXT UK. If you want to keep her as a heel, okay, cool. Raw may need another heel outside of Becky because Ronda, I guess they're going to push her as a face. And you got Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, and they just turned Nikki Ash to heel, which I don't think is going to work. But Doudrop will look strong in this match, I think, with her power advantage, her size advantage, her ability to do power based moves and show her athleticism. So give me Doudrop to look strong, but this is probably definitely a one off. Doudrop gets her token championship opportunity, and I would love to see Becky Lynch win. I think she'll win in a heel manner, probably with a roll up foot on the ropes, maybe exposed turnbuckle, maybe a low blow, some type of cheap way to win as a heel, maybe manipulate her body into to disarm her where she has to tap out because of a heel tactic, maybe putting her arm in the steps, making the steps, go into her arm so she's damaged on the arm and she has to focus on that area. But Becky Lynch retains. Becky Lynch is walking into WrestleMania as a Raw Women's Champion, excuse me, and I think we know her challenger is going to be Ronda Rousey and we'll see what happens. Now, what they could do for intrigue, though, is allow a match like this to go on first or second. Maybe throw the Women's Royal Rumble in the middle of this of the show. If not towards the end, I don't think they would do both Rumbles back to back. But if you have Becky win, then that could kind of set off the intrigue of okay, who could win the Women's Royal Rumble possibly. But we'll see how they play it. They could put this match on before the Women's Rumble. That way, the women know they could be vying for Becky Lynch or someone like that. So we'll see how they play it. I mean, the match placement. If they want to put one Rumble in the middle and then one at the end, I'll be okay with it. Maybe if they want to put both at the end, hey, let them do it. I wouldn't be against that either. It'd be 2 hours, but hey, it'd be must see TV. Next match, another dream match Finally, we get the WWE Championship match: Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Um, Finally getting his match. I don't think WWE was going to give it to us if Roman Reigns didn't get COVID for day one, but we're finally getting this massive clash of the Titans: Bobby and Brock, Brock and Bobby, two legit hard body studs in and out of the ring. MMA background, real dudes you don't want to mess with, don't want to meet in the dark alley. We haven't got a lot of MVP and Paul Heyman back and forth, but I think they've done a decent job building it up in the weeks they've had, the 2, 3 weeks. I feel like this match isn't going more than 12 to 15 minutes max. I'll say 12. If it goes over 12, 13 minutes, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I think they'll do a good job with the time they have. You saw day one, they had pretty good Bobby putting in the hurt lock almost, or Brock getting speared through the barricade. I do think some outside interference, maybe from the Usos, or maybe does Paul Heyman turn on Brock again? Allows for maybe Brock to be put in the hurt lock and he doesn't tap, he just passes out so he still looks strong. And Brock is furious after losing the WWE title. We get the Almighty era. Bobby Lashley is WWE champion again. Don't know what that means for him at WrestleMania. Is it almost? We'll get to that in a little bit. Is it AJ Styles? Is it Kevin Owens? Is it going to be Seth Rollins? Is it Big E? We don't know. I think that it will come down to the Elimination Chamber pay per view in Saudi next month to determine the Raw side of WrestleMania equation, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I think Bobby makes Brock pass out, not tap out, to the hurt lock, and we see a situation where Brock Lesnar is beaten, and it sets up something else we'll see later that night. But we have Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, two-time WWE champion. He gets his win over Brock Lesnar, the match he was promised since he returned. Next to the longest reigning defending Universal Champion in WWE history, now Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar's record of 504 days. Roman is at what 515 plus days as the posting of this video. So congrats to the tribal chief, the head of the table. I don't think this is going to be the end of his reign. I don't know what the rumors are. I know Seth has owned Roman in one-on-one contests. He screwed Roman before, turned on him with the Shield. But I think they needed a challenger for Roman because the problem they're going to run into after WrestleMania is who's next for Roman on SmackDown. Comment down below. Let me know because I don't know. That's what I thought. Now, anyway, Roman, Seth, hey, they've done a good job building it up. I think they should get rid of the brand split because you can get more fresh matchups, and it could be a situation where you could actually have other challenges for people and spice things up. And I think it could be better if they did a unification battle at WrestleMania, but it doesn't seem like they want to do that. So I think Roman, with remember the Usos are barred from ringside. Seth Rollins has that advantage, but I do think Roman Reigns gets a clean win over Seth Rollins. Excuse me. I'll say he pins him. I'll say he pins him with a spear. 1, 2, 3. They want to make Roman look strong going into WrestleMania. Think he spares him and he wins over Seth freaking Rollins. And Roman Reigns looks like he has everything planned out perfectly. Maybe has Paul Heyman back, has his cousins help cost Brock Lesnar along with Paul Heyman his title. So Roman's feel like he's at the top of the world and he has to do anything for WrestleMania. Roman Reigns retains his belt and continues to add on to his WWE Universal Championship, greatest reign of all time. Now the men's Royal Rumble, 30 men. And honestly, so far we got a lot of tag teams in here. We have the Street Profits, the Mysterios, the Dirty Dogs. We know that Big E and Kofi, the New Day, will be in here. Uh, I don't even know if the Usos are in the Royal Rumble, but they'll probably be in it. Probably have Alpha Academy, RK Bro. So a lot of tag teams filling up the Royal Rumble. Austin Theory, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville. He'll be in the Rumble. Interesting to see when he comes out. Excuse me, and how long he lasts. Apparently, this is a one and done, so we'll see if they bring him back. But I think obviously we see that he will eliminate Sami Zayn, of course. Kevin Owens, he'll be in it. AJ Styles. Looks like no Drew McIntyre. Almost should be in it. Probably Reggie, R-Truth potentially. But it could leave some potential opportunity for surprises. Do I think we may see a Ring of Honor or Impact guy, maybe one or two? Potentially. Potentially. Maybe. I'm not holding out a lot of hope for it. Maybe one or two max on the men's side. Now, there are apparently rumors that NXT guys Braun Breaker, current NXT champion, as well as Walter, now known as Gunther, will be in it potentially as well. So these individuals could look strong as they look like they're preparing for main roster runs within the next year. I don't like the name Gunther, so Walter and Braun Breaker. We'll see how that does. Maybe we'll get Braun Breaker interacting with some main roster stars, teasing some future feuds. But I think the final four comes down to four individuals. Obviously, we're gonna get almost Kevin Owens, Big E, and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is pissed. Brock Lesnar is angry. He's just been cheated out of his WWE Championship. He wants to go through any method possible to get Roman Reigns. He does it. He enters at number 30 in the Royal Rumble, much like Ronda Rousey, I believe, will with the women. Doesn't get paid by the hour. Makes quick work of the final three. And I think you get Brock Lesnar and almost as your last two. And you get Brock Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble and eventually choosing Roman Reigns, and that is how we get Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, probably night two main event on Sunday. I think Almost is going to look very strong. I think they're pushing Almost for a WWE title program, and that could lead to Almost being inserted into the Elimination Chamber in Saudi. Remember, I said that Raw probably will factor into that and win the Elimination Chamber and challenge a Bobby Lashley and potentially beat Bobby Lashley, which I don't want to see because he's like the new Great Khali. But give me Brock Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble match, and he will go on to challenge Roman Reigns. So to recap, I got Ronda Rousey, I got Edge and Beth Phoenix, I got Becky Lynch, I got Bobby Lashley, I got Roman Reigns, and I have Brock Lesnar winning the men's Royal Rumble. I just think it makes the most logical sense. Doesn't seem like they want to do title versus title or a unification belt. So I think that you will see a situation where Brock Lesnar is angry, inserts himself in the Royal Rumble, and that's how we get their matchup again, and I wouldn't be upset at it. I think Brock and Bobby will do a good job. I think that the women's rumble will be interesting, if to say the least. It may be uh, a Mary Franklin of a fest, stunner show, SHIT show, but it will be intriguing to see who they use to fill out the remaining slots, and if Ronda Rousey does come back. I think with the mixed tag match, it could be something to see Edge and his wife team up, and I think that Roman and Seth will deliver as they always do. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions for the matches. Let me know what you think happens on the road to WrestleMania. Let me know where you'll be watching. I may be doing a live watch along, guys. So stay tuned. Depending on my setup and depending on where I'm watching the Rumble from. If I'm at home, I'll probably do it. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast. Check out the ticker down below. It's how you keep up with us. Podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google Play. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. If you want to donate to the cause, you want to see more videos like this, you want to see me talking more wrestling, more whatever, sports, any more goofies, whatever we do here in the Flex Zone, hashtag the Flex Zone One. We are the only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Acknowledge us. We're the head of the sports podcast table. We the ones. Let me know what you want to see from the Royal Rumble. Let me know your predictions, any potential spoilers, any big surprises, any big returns. Let me know your thoughts. Who returns? Who's the final four? Who wins the men's? Who wins the women's Royal Rumble match? Any prediction for the other matches? Donate past that plate to the Flex Zone One. I'm the host with the Moist, Byron Dixon, God's favorite host. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Excuse me, road to WrestleMania. Remember last year there were no fans. This was in the Thunderdome, so we get fans. The first time ever in St. Louis. I think St. Louis is going to be hyped up for a big wrestling event. The crowd will be hot. The crowd will be excited. As far as the pre-show match, we may get something goofy on the pre-show. I think they shouldn't do a pre-show. Just build up, hype up the Rumble matches, hype up the matches on the card, make people want to tune in, and then you can start hot with a banger of a match. Hell, I wouldn't even be mad if they started with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Get the crowd into it, a hard hitting, big men slapping meat match. I think they should do that. Start with that WWE Championship match, get it out the way. It won't be too long. Get the crowd on their feet and allow them to be into the match. Then I think from there you could probably go to a tag team match and then maybe a Raw championship match, Becky and Doudrop, then probably the women's championship. I mean, excuse me, women's Royal Rumble, and then the Roman Seth match, and then the men's Royal Rumble. So that's what I'll switch my order. You hit them hard with the Brock and Bobby Lashley. Boom, big men slapping meat, big meaty men slapping meat. That'll be intrigue, the dream match. See how it finishes. Boom. Then you can hit us with the tag match. Crowd still up. Tag match, you see Edge, Beth Phoenix, Miz, Maurice. Boom. So we're getting hit with probably 30 to 45 minutes of greatness. Then from there, you can calm us down with the Raw Championship match. Becky Lynch and Doudrop. Give them 12 to 15 minutes. Let them work. Then you can hit us with the Women's Royal Rumble. Hype is back up. That'll be an hour plus match. Then you can hit us with the Universal Championship match, Roman and Seth. And then hit us with the Men's Royal Rumble to close the show. That'll be an hour plus. And then we'll see who will be going to WrestleMania on both the women and men's side. And we'll see who the champions will be as well. So let me know your thoughts. Once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, chopping it up with me with the wrestling talk. Comment down below your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Anything you want to see from us here at the Flex Zone. New episode coming this Monday, episode 329. And we'll be talking, recapping who will be going to the Super Bowl after championship Sunday, and so much more. As always, the only place giving you your sports how you want it, when you need it. Donate to the cause. Again, I'm the host with the Moist, Byron Dixon. And until next time, y'all, let me know your thoughts for this Royal Rumble. Stay tuned if I'm doing that live stream. We gone. Peace.